They say the game travels lighter than a suitcase. You can take it anywhere, Las Vegas, Sweden, Bali, and it feels the same under your hands. Coach Glen Hayes has carried it across oceans. He sees kids play for trophies, and others who play just to feel alive. He believes in defense the way some folks believe in prayer. Quiet, consistent, never perfect, but always there. He talks about joy, not glory, about showing up when nobody's believing you. Out here the heat hums, the court sweats, and the ball keeps speaking its own language. And this is Basket Talks. In this episode, we are with Coach Glen Hayes. Hello Coach, how are you?
Hello, how are you doing, Mayor?
I'm good, how are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for asking. Thank you.
And thank you for coming, thank you for having a time for this. Right now you are in Bali.
Yes, sir. I'm in Bali, Indonesia. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and now we have a huge time difference.
Yeah.
It's 2 p.m. in Spain and it's 9 p.m. in Bali, and it's crazy to me because sometimes it happens with the United States and Europe and even Asia and Europe. Thank you for having a time for this, and thank you for you just came out from a training, you said.
Yeah, just finished. Yeah, just finished up at 8 o'clock, and it's 9 o'clock here. Yeah, just finished up. Yep.
Actually, I'm so curious. So we all know Bali with some like natural lifestyles, healthy lives. Like it's all around sport. Everything I know is all about sport, like the gymming, like eating healthy. And how is the basketball in Bali?
Basketball in Bali is intense, man. Very intense, man. You'd be surprised, man. These kids here, even the adults, it's very competitive. It's very intense. Kids are super athletic, big time runners, up and down. I mean, they are fast. I mean, extremely fast, and very aggressive. So I'm very impressed with the basketball in Bali. Very impressed.
Yeah, and most of the time, for example, in United States and even in Spain, where I am right now, most of the players having problems with eating healthy, living healthy, and as I see, I never been in Bali, but I really want to come one day. And as I see, Bali is, as we said, super healthy place, and how this healthy living affects kids' performance on the court.
Big time, man. It's very easy to eat healthy here because everything is healthy. I mean, and all the lifestyle it's a gym on every corner. It's a smoothie shop on every corner. It's a vegan shop on every corner. It's just crazy, man. Like you walk outside, you feel bad. You know what I mean? That you're eating a burger or something because everybody looks fantastic. You know, it's like the perfect. Everybody's high weight. Like, oh my gosh, like it's very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe they, by mistake, they bully you just because of you eat burgers, because they eat healthy all their life, but maybe they like side eye you. They're like, look at this guy, eating burgers.
I'm American, so Americans, we're gonna be Americans, man. We're gonna eat our burgers and stuff. But I try to contain myself, because I want to be an example for the kids and my players. But I'm still American when it comes down to it, man. We love to eat, and we're gonna eat, But overall, though, they got me back on track, eating pretty healthy too. I try to eat a salad a day. I try to eat a salad a day. I try.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to eat a salad a day.
Yeah. But yeah, it's hard.
I saw a video the other day. It was yesterday. It was an huge tournament, huge organization.
Yeah.
You joined with 5 teams. You won 3 cups, right? You won 2 cups.
Yes. I got to 2 final cups. Yes, I got to 2 final cups in 2 weeks. I was very fortunate. Tough tournaments too. Very tough tournaments in Manila, Philippines. I was able to get to 2 cup finals in 2 weeks. Yes.
Yeah, and it was looking amazing. Like we told before this interview too.
Yeah, it was in the Mall of Asia Arena, MOA, where the World Cup finals were. Kevin Durant and that team that lost in the World Cup, they played in that same arena a couple years back. So it was in the same arena as they played the World Cup in. Yeah, in Mall of Asia.
You saved their name again, like they Kevin Durant and all.
The
United States, they lost and now you win, so it's like it balanced again.
Right? Bounced around. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we lost in the finals, but we got there. Yeah, we lost in the finals. We did lose in the
Yeah.
finals. But just to be in the same locker room and the kids to be in the same environment as Kevin Durant and those guys that were in the World Cup, to sit in the same locker, it was an amazing experience for those kids and for myself also. To be in that same locker room and feel that same energy and just it was a big blessing. Yeah, big blessing.
And I actually want to talk about your basketball background and your basketball career, your playing and coaching career a little bit, because right now we all know your success in Bali, and you came to Bali all the way from Las Vegas, right? And
yeah, sure did. Yeah, from Bali to Las Vegas. Yep.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
And when did basketball stop being a sport and start being your language?
I like that. That's a great question. I would say my second year in Sweden, when I decided to transition to coaching. My second year in Sweden, I played pro, and then I decided that my ankles were giving out, and I was like, man, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna last, man, playing, because my ankles were giving out. So I was like, I need to transition into coaching. I know I can't play forever, but I can coach forever.
Yeah.
And and my second year in Sweden, when I decided to transition into coaching, actually my third year in Sweden, I decided to transition into coaching. That's when it became a language for me. I just dove into it, all the tapes, called my coach and my mentor in Boston, Coach Hank Smith for Emerson College, who is a scout for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I called him up and I was like, I need to learn how to coach. And he was like, this is what you do. And just that and another. And it really became a language. My third year in Sweden. Yeah, my third year. When I decided to make that transition from a player to a coach.
Amazing. And how many countries you play? Sweden, United States?
Oh man, it's just two. I played in two in American Boston University and Marshfield College, and also in Sweden. I played professionally in Sweden, and at that point, I was youngest coach in Sweden at 24 years old. 24 years old when I started coaching professional basketball. Yeah, I was coaching against 40 years old. I was literally coaching against 40-year-old guys. So I was youngest coach in the league at 24. Yeah, 24. Yeah.
But that's actually one of the good things about basketball. It doesn't matter your age or your
Nope.
Where you come from, your age, or what you believe in. It's just like basketball is a language. And
Yes, it is.
We just talk basketball.
Yep, exactly.
And it's
Coach Hank Smith had me on the phone in Sweden, literally like in the press. This guy needs to be here. This guy needs to be here. I was like, it was like not only an exam, but it was like I was writing down on a piece of paper. He was telling me on the phone, move X over here, move X2 over here, move X3 over there. I remember it was on 2 hours on long distance, way before WhatsApp, way before it was long distance phone call, So, I was putting X1 over here, X2 over here, and then I fell in love with it. And at that point, it really became a language. It became a language.
Yeah. And coming from a player background like Coach Raymond, he was playing too, and then he turned into coaching too. And by the way, big shout out to Coach Trey. And
Coach Trey, man, Coach Trey, man, Hall of
happen,
Famer, Hall of Famer nominee. Let's go, man, dog. Let's go, Hall of Fame nominee, 2025. Let's do it.
Yeah,
yep.
The GOAT. And so you've seen a lot of different cultures, and you coached in different cultures. You played to different cultures, and when you walk into a gym in a new country, what's the first thing you pay attention to?
How good are the athletes? That's the determining factor at the end of the day. How good of an athlete are you? And so I walk in the gym, who can run, who can jump? I mean, it's very simple. Who can run, who can jump? And I remember, true story, in Jordan, I was the head coach for the women's team and the assistant coach for the men's team. When I walked into the gym for the men's team as assistant, his name was Zayed Abbas. He played professionally in China with won 2 or 3 championships in China with Stephon Marbury. His name is Zayed Abbas. When I remember him at 20 years old, I walked in the gym and I said, okay, let's do 3-man weave and see who can, run and jump and this, that, and the other. Oh my gosh, man. That kid at 20 years old, I was like, that's different. That's a different type of athlete. And he became 2 or 3 time champion in China with Stephon Marbury. And like the first thing you notice walking to the gym in any country, how good are the athletes? And that's pretty much the determining factor. If they can run, they can jump. You can teach the fundamentals, you can do all that, but can they run and can they jump? So that's the first thing I look at when I walk into a different country, into a different gym in a different country.
Yeah, and then this is the type of players that stays in your head the longest. Like, which type of players could be like so passionate, so ambitious? Which type of player stays in your head the longest?
My player Olof in Sweden. Olof was a. It wasn't about him being athletic at all. He wasn't athletic at all, but it was the joy of the game he brought to our team. It was the joy of the game he brought to our team in the locker room. He was the locker room presence that kept everybody laughing, kept everybody loose, you know. Olof, man. Olof was the guy that I would say that stands off to this day. He stands out in my head because he was such a locker room, he was like a veteran on the NBA team that kept everybody together, kept everybody loose, kept everybody like, you know, we're serious, but we also gotta have fun. With my guy Olof, you know, he didn't go far at all, man. He didn't go far at all. God bless his soul. But he was a joy to coach because he was the guy who kept everybody. He was the glue, kept everybody together.
Yeah, joy is very important because
it is.
In one of the interviews that I had, one coach called Aubrey McCrary. He was the assistant coach of Orlando Magic, and he said NBA players are grown ups playing a kid game.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
There should be a joy.
Yeah, absolutely should be a joy. And that's one thing that I've been taught by my man Martin, who's my compadre here at BBA Indonesia, where I work at currently. Coach Martin Wolf, he's taught me that you got to make the kids fall in love with the game first.
Yeah.
You know, that's very important. That's one thing I've learned from him that I can definitely say that and give him a shout out. Coach Martin, is that he taught me you gotta have the kids fall in love with the game first, and then everything else will flow. And yeah, that's very, very true. Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, and I would love to know, like, on the court, what type of players you like to see. Like, you see a player skills wise, like IQ wise, you see a player and you go like, yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. Okay, with that being said, this is funny. I'm gonna kind of contradict myself on this one because not contradict myself, but when I first walked into a gym in the country, I want to see who can run and jump, because those are the guys probably gonna be the most promising in the long run. But then you gotta have IQ. Those are guys I tend to fall in love with because they don't have the running and jumping, so they found a way to stick around. So those are going to be the future coaches, 9 times out of 10, the guys who can find a way to use their brain and whatever limited athleticism they have to stay on the court with these monsters who can run and jump and do all this crazy stuff that I wish I could have done. You know, I was that guy. You know, I wasn't the craziest runner or the craziest jumper, but I had this. So I was able to stick around. So those are the guys I end up going to, the guys who are able to stick around, who can use their brain. Yeah, the IQ guys.
Like you told us like 2 different stories, and one story you said your player in Sweden who was bringing a joy to locker room.
Yeah, Olof. My guy Olof. Yes, sir.
Olof. And every coach has that one player who didn't go far, like generally all skills wise and off the court, who didn't go far but left a mark. So do you have anyone like that?
Yeah, I got a couple. Nicholas Lundeba, he left a mark on me because he was so good as a teenager. He didn't realize how good he was, and he had the audacity to come to me and say, "Coach, do you think I'm gonna make the team?" I'm like, "What? Are you gonna make the team?" Yeah, I gonna make the team. You know, like he didn't realize how good he was. He ended up not going far because he was smaller. You know what I mean? He is a pioneer for advocacy for foreigners in Sweden that are being left behind. I knew he was gonna be somebody bigger than basketball. His life was gonna be way, way bigger than basketball. It is too. If you Google Nicholas Lundeba, he's an advocate for foreigners who've been left behind in Sweden and trying to help them out, make sure they have food and make sure they're not getting left behind in the education system in Sweden. Yeah, Nicholas, man, he left a mark on me, man. He's a great kid, man. He's become a lot bigger than the game of basketball, man, which is good for him, and leaving a mark in Sweden, helping the foreigners out in Sweden. Yeah, Nicholas Lundeba. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this story makes me goosebumps a little bit.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Amazing. Big shout out to him, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You said that he asked that if he was good enough to make it to the make it to the team. And there are like some players that are way opposite than this mentally. Like they have so much ego and they have so much confidence. Actually, this is the new kind of problems that coaches are facing, I think, because of the social media, all the highlights and mixed cultures.
It's different now.
Yeah. And how do you teach confidence without creating an ego?
Well, I think you can create confidence. I know you can create confidence. Everybody has the green light to shoot. If you give people the green light to shoot, obviously there's levels to shots and how many shots you want players to take, and then as talent as the best player. But if you give everyone from 12 to 1 the green light to shoot, it changes the whole mindset. It just changes everything. Obviously, you want the best player to shoot more shots than the 12th player, but the 12th player is allowed to shoot too. That's how I create confidence from day one. Everybody, I want to be the best shooting team in the league automatically. That's like my philosophy. Like, I want to be the best shooting team. So if you create that confidence from day one and allow everybody to shoot, that creates confidence. You know, people, I like my man Jake on my team now, on the 14 team. He's not the best shooter in the world, but he can shoot the ball because he knows he has the green light and the confidence to shoot the ball when he's open. So I love seeing him shoot shots and make shots and stuff. Look at little Jake, man. He's doing his thing because he has confidence. He's not the most talented player. He knows his role, but when he's open, he'll shoot that thing up, quick. So I like to say that he has the confidence. Not look at me, and he shoot that thing and make a miss. He's shooting it and it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Like confidence is probably one of the most important skills in basketball, because without it you can't do that. Like Ben Simmons would be the best.
Oh man, right? Come on, man. Preach, man. That poor man, his confidence is done. Done, man. Multimillionaire, done. Can't shoot layup.
No, he was passing the ball under the rim like empty, like free layup, and he was passing.
Remember that 2 or 3 years ago? Man, empty. Wow, shot. Poor kid. Well, poor man. Jesus, poor man.
Yeah. I really want to know, you said a player from your team, and there's a lot of players all around the world that want to, like, maybe from United States. I know some players in Spain that want to play in different cultures and different countries, and one of them is Bali because of the lifestyle of Bali. And
great.
What would you suggest to a player who wants to play in Bali? Like what they should develop in themselves, like mentally and physically, to play in the Bali basketball league?
Good question. What should they do, man? Get here, and just go around the clubs, in Bali, Indonesia, and say, I'm here to try out. And that's the main thing, is getting here, man. You just got to get here. I tell every player who's driving the Bill Pro, who don't have an agent, have maybe the backing of agent or a group or someone that's pushing you to these clubs in Indonesia and Bali or anywhere in the world. Get to the country. That's half the battle. Start doing your research and then say, I'm here, I'm gonna come try out, and then go from there.
Showing up is very important in a lot of things.
Yep. Preach, Mir. Preach, just showing up.
As we said, you came all the way from Las Vegas, United States, to Bali. Mm-hmm. And what do they have in common on the court?
The style of basketball and Bali is very hands-on. It's very hands-on. You can do a lot of hands-on tickling. I call it tickling. Don't tickle. Don't tickle. Get your hands out. Play good defense with a form here. But they allow a lot of hands. So that's what I know. That's the difference. There's a lot of pressing. And the kids' youth basketball, oh my gosh, man. It's 40 minutes of pressing the whole time.
You said they're fast. That's why they're fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's pressing. It's two versus one. Pretty much the whole time, and it's back and forth, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Not as many set plays, which is fine. It's just the style of basketball. It's what it is. Style of basketball.
Like Detroit Pistons back in the day.
Yeah, Detroit, exactly. It's like Detroit Pistons. You know your basketball. You know your basketball. Yeah, you know your basketball. Yeah.
Once you go around a lot of different cultures of basketball, and once you expand your vision and your thoughts on basketball with talking with a lot of different kids and different coaches, you started to realize some of the skills that you were working on is not as much as important as you thought. And there is anything that you realize along the way that it doesn't matter as much as you thought,
there's nothing I've stopped teaching that I didn't think it was important. Because if it was taught to me somewhere along the line, I think it's still important to this day. Even though the style of basketball has obviously changed. Do I teach it differently? Yes. I think some things I do teach differently. Like, did you know that story about the handoff pass? Is it was a coach that his team couldn't pass. So he told them, don't pass the ball normally, go hand it off. That's how it started. I love passing. It's beautiful. Everybody's touching the ball, everybody's moving. Me adapting to the handoff package. In my mind, I'm thinking my team need to pass the ball correctly. But then I think when I do the handoff drill or do the handoff, which is very common these days, in my mind, I'm thinking my team can't pass. I know the story behind it. So doing that, I have to force myself to do handoff drills and plays because that's the style these days. That is something that I've changed, evolved into the handoff because in my mind, I know the reason behind the handoff pass.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never heard this.
That's funny.
And that's so creative, to be honest. Like, if you had to describe your coaching philosophy in one word, what would it be?
Defense, offense, up and down. You're gonna miss. Automatic means automatic. Jokic, 6 out of 10. He's great, the greatest player ever. 4 times he's gonna miss, but his defense can never be bad. It has to be on point all the time because you're gonna miss half the time.
As a last question, I would love to ask a question about your legacy. So when it's all said and done, what story do you want people to tell about you?
I like for the world to remember me as doing more than basketball. Like, he left an imprint on my life more than basketball. If you only remember me just for basketball, I didn't do my job. I like to ask my kids and my players, how was their day? How was school? What you learned today in school? Be good to your parents. Let them know, thinking more about you than just about basketball. Hopefully, I can leave an imprint and make an impression on kids' lives, more than just basketball, about life. And he brought more than just basketball to my life. He taught me more than just basketball. Yeah,
I'm sure you changed a lot of people's life through basketball, and you will change a lot of people's lives through basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you for your time, and thank you for joining me for this time.
You're welcome, man. It was a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate the love, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I really enjoyed the time. I hope we could do it again in the future. And yeah, thank you for everything.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. You have a good night, okay?
Yeah, and you have a good night. Yeah, it's 2 p.m.
Exactly. You have a good day. You have a good day. Yeah, you have a good day.
You have a good night.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir.